Well, Ben, obviously coming up on senior day, what's it going to mean to you?
It's going to mean a lot. I mean, this program's done so much for me and all my best friends in here, so it's going to mean a lot. Excited to go out there and play another game on the blue.
What's kind of made this, the senior class one that should be remembered?
We've just been through so much together. I mean, I'm sure that's kind of what everybody will say, but we've been here for 4.5 years. Some of those guys 4, but when you've been through so much adversity, the highs, the lows, everything together, you build those friendships that will last forever. It's that stuff that makes it mean so much.
You guys come in, and then your coaching staff leaves right away, and the next year you win the Fiesta Bowl, and you look at what you guys have been through. I mean, how do you look back at your last 4+ years here?
It's been an awesome ride. I mean, it's not over yet, which is the best part. And even though it is senior night, I mean, we don't look at it like it's our last game. We've got still some games that we want to play and continue to play, and so it's been fun. It's the highs, the lows. The journey's been pretty awesome.
I asked Thomas, but 10 years from now, when people are looking through the record books or looking at the old rosters and they see Ben Weaver, what do you hope fans, media, people remember about your time here?
Just left this place better than we found it. I mean, hard-working person. I enjoy being here, and I hope people see that. And one of the biggest things that someone should leave a place is better than it's found, and the people that have come after us hopefully can learn from us seniors and continue to create success here.
Favorite game or memory over the last couple of years?
Game was the Mountain West Championship game here, and then the Fiesta Bowl. I think that month in general was just one of the greatest months of my life so far, just having that game and then winning that, and then going up and we had our banquet dinner or lunch or whatever it was, and they announced the bowl games, and then having that and then continue to win the Fiesta Bowl. That was a pretty awesome time.
Favorite play, tackle, interception, you name it, over the last couple of years?
My first interception was pretty cool just because it was my first ever, so that New Mexico game was a pretty cool one. And then, I don't know, there's maybe the tackle against Air Force my redshirt freshman year was one of my favorites. It's hard to say.
Your pass completion's not on there?
Yeah, I guess, but it wasn't a first down,
yeah,
so
true.
it's kind of hard.
With obviously a couple fellow seniors in the linebacking group, Tanner, I guess one of the guys that pops out.
Yeah.
What makes him special?
Tanner's just a player that he just goes out there and makes incredible plays. I mean, by far in our group, he's the best player, and he just goes out there and plays so fast, so physical. Is a force to be reckoned with it on every single play. I mean, the dude can make plays out of nowhere, and it's just he's that type of player, and that's what makes him really special.
And Darren, a guy who he's always been kind of a backup, a special teams type guy, but obviously this year his role increased greatly, and obviously he stepped up for you guys.
Yeah, I mean any role he's been in, he's starting it. Whether that's starting, mostly special teams or whatever it's been, he's done that and embraced it. And me and D. Lee are roommates on the road, and so it's been fun to we've gotten to know each other a lot better, and being in that room, but being able to kind of room together has made us even closer, and it's made me really enjoy him a lot much more.
When you look at, you probably watch other film, but you see the score at least. What your first thoughts, I guess, on going up against their offense?
Yeah, we've watched it a little bit, but they've got a good quarterback, good running back, and they run a lot of different things, a lot of RPO stuff. And they've got some running backs who can run through arm tackles, and so especially late in the season right now, tackling is so important. So we'll make sure that we're dialed up on that game time.
I know we asked you about it last week, but I mean, the option quarterbacks or the running quarterbacks did give you a little bit of trouble against Wyoming and San Jose. I mean, I think he had 150-something yards rushing and a 75-yard touchdown run. What do you guys need to do differently or better, I guess, this week than you did in those two games?
Just fundamentals in tackling. Everyone has a job on every single play, and it comes down to your eye control. If you've got good eye control and you're in the spot, then you've got to execute your technique and make the tackle. And so it comes down to those simple fundamentals, really.
How frustrating is it sometimes going against quarterbacks like that, where they can use their legs to get a big third down conversion and things like that? And you have to kind of turn to the next play pretty fast sometimes, because it seems like sometimes you think you have them and all of a sudden they extend some plays.
Well, that's just the cycle of snap. I mean, you go against good teams. We're a good team. We go against really good teams, and so we know that teams are going to make plays, It's just the way the game works. But the way we look at it is, what's the next play? How are we going to attack the next play to keep him from keeping that momentum or gaining that momentum? So, each play has its own life, but when something bad happens and adversity hits, you got to look to that next play.
You mentioned the highs and the lows of your time here. Highs being the Mountain West Championship game in the Fiesta Bowl. What would be the low point?
I don't know.
Coaching change, maybe? Or?
Yeah, that was a low at the time, but every change is good and bad. I love these coaches now and where we are in this team, and so it's hard to say there's an actual low because that all just depends on your perspective on itself and life in general.
Those seniors last year lost their last 2 games on the blue. They're always going to have that negative, I guess, taste or thought of losing the last game. How motivating, I guess, for your group to go out with a win on the blue?
It's always, anytime we're home, we want to win. It's, our record speaks for it, and it's just the mentality that we go out with, whether that's home or really away. It's how we prepare and how we attack every single game, and that won't change this game. It is senior night, and we want to win the game, and we're going to do everything we can to make that happen.
Coach Avalos, what's he meant to you over the last couple of years?
He's just been an extreme mentor for me. Been there since I was a redshirt freshman, and really just helped me grow as a person and as a player. He's a guy that really demands excellence out of you, which is something that I really like. Something that pushes you hard and really expects the most out of you. And him doing that to myself and our whole entire group and really our whole defense has really helped this team grow tremendously.
Brett said that word of what happened to Wyoming kind of was going around. He said in the fourth quarter, someone told him about it. When you heard that Wyoming lost, what was your reaction? And obviously that helps you guys a bit, but you still have work to do. But how did you guys kind of take that?
Yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. The season is still long. There's only 2 games of the regular season, but anything can still happen, and we've got to look at it that way. Them losing obviously is in our favor, and so now it's just time for us to put our heads down and continue to work.
When did you find out about it?
After the game. Yeah.
With that, you kind of mentioned, what BJ was asking you a bit, but them losing to UNLV, it probably helps the focus that now that you have UNLV next, obviously you guys probably take teams seriously, but when you see that, does that, get your attention a little more?
Yeah, their team is a great team. Records in college football can't tell you too much because there's so many close games, there's so many situations that happen. Any team is capable of beating any team at any time. You see that in how many teams lost this past week. So we've got to keep our head down, continue to work like we have, continue the process that Coach Hartson and the rest of his coaching staff has put together, and continue to work.
Who all from your family are you going to have here on Friday?
My immediate family, my mom, dad, brother, sister.
Do they come to most of the games then?
Every game, yeah. I think my dad's been to every game. Well, he missed one because his flight got held up in San Francisco due to wind or something, but he comes to pretty much every game. My mom does as well, mostly home games, and same my brother and sister. So I've been pretty fortunate to have them.
What do you think they'll be like walking out there Friday night and seeing them waiting for you, and then just realizing that it might be your last home game?
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm excited for them. I'm sure they'll enjoy it to be on the blue and have all the fans out there. But we got to win a game, so you can't let the emotions get to you too much, and got to be ready to go out there and play.
What does this place mean to you? The field, the Boise, this building. What does this program and everything mean to you?
Man, this is probably been the greatest opportunity I've ever had in my life. The teachings that I've got, not only from football, but the life skills, I think, are something that I'll take with me for the rest of my life. The hard work, dedication, and just the learnings that you get from success and from failure, and just the relationships as well is something that will go on with me forever.